We've got a speedo, but to be honest, just use the clock, you time yourself between the corners. Right, let's go for a second again. Yes, I've got it. Ha, you see that? Slick as you like. Welcome to the Hagerty Bull Market 2022. In this episode, we've selected this happy camper. Produced between 1979 and 1991, this is a Volkswagen Type 2 T3. Confusingly, it's often referred to as a T25 in the UK, while in the US, where they're apparently already going up in value, they're known as Van Agons. The really early VW campers were known as splits because of their split screen. Then you went into bays, which were just before this, and then this generation, well, they're known as the wedges. Early ones of these were still air-cooled, and then in 1983 they went to a Wasserboxer or water-cooled boxer engine. This one, in fact, has been converted, and it's not an unusual conversion, to a Subaru flat 4 boxer engine. We've got a 4-speed manual in this, and it's sort of not a gear shift that likes to be rushed, and it's pretty indistinct. We'll go back to third for that one, I think. It's a bit like sort of, you know, to be honest, right, we're going to try a second again. Here we go. Oh, I think we've got it. Or is that fourth? I think that's fourth. No, it was second. No, it wasn't, it was fourth. That's definitely second. That's second. It's a bit like when you know you've lost that pen lid at the bottom of your rucksack and you're doing this, and you know it's in there, you're trying to find it, it's somewhere down there, and then you see it on the table in front of you. Porsche actually produced a version of this called the B32, because they put a 3.2 litre Carrera engine in it, running at 231 horsepower, and they claimed a top speed for it of 116 miles an hour. It would actually do 135 miles an hour, but because they wanted the top speed that they claimed to be repeatable with 9 people on board and the air conditioning on, they only ever claimed 116 miles an hour for it. They used it for testing out in Algeria, apparently. Then you produce 10. This is not one of them. This one has, however, got things like a sink, oven, and somewhere to sleep. Anyway, to explain a little more about why it's in the bull market, here is John Mayhead, editor of the UK Hagerty Price Guide.
The Volkswagen T3, or what's commonly known as the T25 in the UK, is on the bull market list this year, and I'll be honest with you, it's generally down to the lockdown. We have seen a real increase in interest in campervans since the start of COVID, and a lot of this has been down to staycations, people staying in the UK and having that flexibility. The T25 really offers quite a lot of advantages over the bay window. Crash testing was massively improved, drivability was massively improved, and really with the early ones, with the air-cooled engines, you've got this really nice mix. So you've got the little buzzing of the air-cooled engine in the back, you've got the quite nice look at the front with the round headlamps. Also, you're in that 40-year zone. So these vehicles are eligible for historic status, for tax purposes, but also it means that they can drive in ULEZ zones, and they're just great cars. The current valuation in the Hagerty Price Guide of a Volkswagen T25 is between £5,500 up to £23,400. There's a real mix there because, as with every Volkswagen, there are loads of different body styles. The Caravelles and the original Westphalia campers are the ones at the top end of that, and this is before you get into all of the, you know, all the real specialist cars, the Porsche engines and those sort of things. But we see those as being really good value for money. The engine-wise, you know, lots of these have been changed into probably more competent engines slightly later on, and so you can mix and match as you can with most camper vans of that era. So you can get something which suits you in terms of power, but it also suits you and your family in terms of practicality of the vehicle.
I bet you're already dreaming about where you could take your family or friends in a T25. Might I suggest a racetrack in North Wales? Driving this today, I mean, I've driven some incongruous cars around this track, but this pretty much takes the biscuit. And the thing is, it's not really about the driving experience. Yes, it's got a 50-50 weight distribution or near enough because the engine's all the way out the back, and the gearbox is, as I said, very indistinct. Got this big wheel. It really does feel like a bus, but this is a car that I think if you bought it, it would become part of the family, wouldn't it? A bit like a Land Rover Defender or something like that. And think of the adventures that you could have, because of course originally these were transporters, as it says on the back, and then you had to get them converted to become campers like this. The most famous being the Westphalia ones, produced by the German company. But other companies like Devon or Holdsworth would do that. This one's an auto sleeper. And yeah, I think that's the reason you get one of these, because it would, you'd make memories in it, wouldn't you? And hold up an awful lot of traffic. Looks like somebody's nicked the finishing flag, doesn't it? And made some curtains out of it when they weren't looking. I like the fact that here we've got a speedo, but to be honest, you're almost better off just using the clock. It hasn't got a second hand on it. Just use the clock, you time yourself between the corners. Right, let's go for a second again. Yes, I've got it. Ha, you see that? Slick as you like. Basically like a double clutch gearbox, that. Straight back in. Somebody suggested I look like Shaggy out of Scooby-Doo driving this. Pretty mean, I thought. No idea what they mean.
As with all these videos, this is just the thin end of the wedge, if you'll pardon the pun. There is a whole world to explore with campers, so to speak. Does it appeal? Let us know in the comments below. Of course, if you're more of a hotel and supercar person, or if you'd rather try your luck on a camping holiday in a pre-war MG, then be sure to look out for the rest of the Carfection films on the other entries in the 2022 Hagerty bull market. Every year, the Hagerty bull market highlights 10 cars that look likely to appreciate over the following 12 to 24 months. The experts behind it look at adverts, auctions, and Hagerty's own insurance valuations. The reason? Well, they say it's not so much for investment purposes, but more so that enthusiasts don't miss out. That car you always wanted? Well, it might be about to go from affordable to out of reach, so buy now if you can. This year, well, I think it is a particularly fine selection of steering wheels, and Carfection is going to look at them one by one, hopefully imparting a few little interesting facts along the way.
Cool. Hello. Thank you very much indeed for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it. We've got 10 in this series, so do make sure you are subscribed to Carfection. Have a look at the Hagerty articles as well, because they've written about them so frequently more depth than I had time to talk about in some of the cars, so have a look at those as well. We've got links to all those in the description down below. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoy it. See you next time.